On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. From the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading him out is their fifth-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
On first down, Thomas to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Here's Thomas. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. So first and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, Thomas. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. Now Thomas from the gun on third down. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Thomas on first down. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On second down, here's Pierce. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Thomas. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 42. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Thomas. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Pierce.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Now a play fake here on first down.
He finds Wilson.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Thomas. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Garrett Wilson.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon.
You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with the football.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations and doing everything in his power to follow through.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
He finds his target. It's Schultz.
And he is going to have a Colts first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. The Colts come in search of win number 9 on the year. They come in here hot. I mean, over the last 9, Charles, they are 8-1.
And that record, the way that they're playing, they've proven to me, and I think anyone else in the league, that they're able to go toe-to-toe with anyone, and they look forward to the challenge.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage.
2nd and 11 now. Now Lawrence to throw.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Lawrence will throw.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Ready for the 2nd quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a 1st down carry as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Again, it's Bell.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
The Texans on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
And that last penalty makes his 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Thomas. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. First and 10, it's Pierce.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to the ground, this time with Bell.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
A run for Pierce out of the gun.
They juked him. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Running it out of the gun with Pierce.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On the counter, here's Bell. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Taking it about the 1.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game, for here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
A, B, and C.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 10 yards out.
And the Colts have got it back to within a score.
And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Extra point attempt to come here. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here are the Texans to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak, on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Pierce now up the middle.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Thomas now on third down.
Gets the dump off to Pierce.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
They go play action with Lawrence.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. The Texans here on 3rd down putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Lawrence.
And that will be incomplete.
And here's Ryan right now
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Houston's offense taking over again as we eat closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Thomas.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Following the fumble recovery. Lawrence finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes it in for a Colts score. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Colts will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown.
Here's Thomas throwing to start the drive. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
Kaiir Elam makes a pick. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission.
And able to find Alan Lazard. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Got it. Mark it. Check. Opposite.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Lawrence.
Here's Johnson with a reception. Touchdown Colts. Deontay Johnson, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Texans with the football here late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And he completes it to Wilson. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw is Thomas on 1st and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Thomas. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. On the right hash. Officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Colts. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So here are the Colts to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well.
Knock it, knock it. Check, opposite. Here.
The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. They got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here's Lawrence.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Colts first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Now Lawrence.
Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead now 11, 24-13.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Bell. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. 2nd and 5 now. Thomas over the middle and complete to Wilson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Looking to throw. Thomas. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there of 22. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Here's Pierce. Is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive, because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the 1st half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Go now. Relax. Block it.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. On 2nd and 9, Lawrence looking middle, and it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. On On second down, there's the option going left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Now Lawrence.
And he fires one, but incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And his kick is indeed good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Now this one complete on the slant route.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
They'll give this to Bell running right. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Thomas. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. Up the middle, here's Bell. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find Lazard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Up the middle, Jones.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On second down, it's Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead holds at 8. Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. And now out comes Houston.
And still just down 1 score. We'll see how big of a role that missed field goal plays, because it, of course, could have pushed this to a 2-possession deficit for them.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. And he finds McLaurin.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Thomas.
Looking for Michael Thomas here, and he's got it along the sideline. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Running it out of the gun with Pierce.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down.
It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, It's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
And the Texans are going to have it first and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. First and goal, a touchdown and a two-point conversion here are musts. They'll run here with Pierce. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
That's underneath to Pierce.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. They go for it on fourth and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They had the play call on fourth and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on fourth.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And the Texans will take over.
So now the Texans down by 8, 50 seconds to go. A fourth straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He's back to throw. And his throw is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw.
That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Etienne bringing in another one. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. This one came right down to the wire. And CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, There's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So for Indianapolis, the win is number 9 for them on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Houston, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.